All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Ascent Sports, welcoming you to our Week 15 NFL game predictions. If you guys have been on the channel before, as you can tell, this is a bit of a different setup for the videos. Unfortunately, there were a ton of errors during our recording process. One, Jimmy wasn't there, not necessarily an error, but it's just true. Jimmy wasn't there. Two, Brendan's internet started lagging, and then three, lastly, I muted myself in the middle of the recording and never unmuted myself. I'm just the dumbest. And honestly, Brendan, Jimmy, Steven, nobody knows about this until right now. They won't know that this happened until they see this video. So, yep, that's what happened, guys. And also, you can see this Thursday game that we're about to predict has already happened. I didn't cheese it. I picked the Raiders. Steven picked the Raiders, and Madden picked the Raiders, and the Bowl picked the Raiders. So really, just Brendan and Jimmy who they went against the Raiders. These are also the two people at the top. I don't have the records and how we did on top of me right now, but I will put it in the description or the comments or something. Brendan and Jimmy are tied for the lead currently going into Week 15. And I'm right there in third place, so big W for me right here. Moving on to our next game, we have the Bengals taking on the Vikings. We all went Bengals outside the Bowl. The Bowl is feeling the Vikings. We're feeling the Bengals. Let's see what happens, man. That very well could happen. Our next game, we got the Steelers taking on the Colts, and we were all in on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you can see Brendan's webcam. This is when the lag started. I replaced it, but here we are now. Maybe I didn't even need to replace it, but we're all in on the Steelers, man. Big W. We need this win. Next up, we got the Lions taking on the Broncos. And me and Brendan going Broncos, but Jimmy the Bowl and Steven going with the Lions. Really, I don't know. I think the Broncos have been playing. They've been playing pretty well, but I think this should be a pretty easy point for Jimmy and Steven, not gonna lie. Brendan, let's see, and Madden too. Let's see if we got something. Let's see if we were spitting. But truthfully, I think that's gonna be a point for Jimmy and Steven. Looking at it, 4 days later. Next, we got the Giants taking on the Saints, and me and Jimmy are going with the Giants. Brendan and Steven going with the Saints, and then the Bowl and Madden, the Bowl going with the Saints, Madden going with the Giants. This should be something of a game, right? Tommy DeVito's here. Derek Carr just bought gifts for all of his teammates. Maybe they'll play a little better. We will see how this one goes. Definitely a banger of a snooze fest, if you catch my drift. Next, we got the Browns taking on the Bears. Me and Jimmy agreeing again. We're taking the Bears. Brendan and Steven taking the Browns. The Bowl taking the Bears, and Madden taking the Browns. Is this like the exact setup from the last time? No, it's okay. So the Bowl is flipped on mine and Jimmy's side, and then Madden is flipped on Steven and Brendan's side. I thought originally that it was like another split again, but that's interesting. Really, I think it is another one where I'm looking at it days later, and maybe Isaiah, I'm the one making this video, so I get to have the hindsight. Maybe I should have taken the Browns. I guess we will see what happens. Next, we got the Panthers taking on the Falcons, and Brendan had a lot to say about the Falcons, if I remember. He cursed out their coach. He cursed out their team. Bijan Robinson needs the ball. He picked them they gotta win. So Brendan, I got you. I mentioned it. But I mean, Steven's feeling the Panthers, man. You see it, Steven feeling the Panthers. We will see what happens. But big Falcons for this game. I think the Falcons are gonna win this one still. Next, a tough game right here. We had the Packers taking on the Buccaneers. I went with the Buccaneers and Steven went with the Buccaneers, but then everybody else went with the Packers. Really, this one could flip-flop, I think. I think in terms of what are they, 7-6 teams or whatever, 6-7 teams, whatever record they have. These guys are pretty well split. So, I mean, we will see. I'm still feeling the Buccaneers though, man. Now, the Dolphins taking on the Jets. Man, can't you see how happy I look in this? I'm weak. We got the Dolphins taking on the Jets. Everybody is all in on the Dolphins besides Madden. I mean, maybe their defense, maybe the Jets defense gets something going. Zach Wilson coming off a big game, maybe once again, but I feel good about this Dolphins pick days later. Now we have the Chiefs taking on the Patriots. We all took the Chiefs except for Steven, because Steven believes that the Chiefs are the frauds of the week. And then with that said, I also believe Brendan took the spread on this game for the onion spread of the week. So, I mean, these guys are going against each other right here. And before I forget, I did use the Zaya guarantee on the Broncos game, I'm pretty sure. So that's a banger. We will see if that ends up hitting. But yeah, I went with the Zaya guarantee for the Broncos. And then Steven is calling the Chiefs frauds this week. and Brendan is taking the Chiefs spread. I don't know what the spread is off the top of my head, but Brendan's taking it, man. Next, we have the Titans taking on the Texans. And I'm going with the Titans. Brendan's got the Titans. Jimmy's got the Texans, and Steven's got the Texans. So once again, we got a 2-2 split with the people. I need Derrick Henry to have a pretty big game. I have him in fantasy. We're in the playoffs. I'm the 3 seed. Not top seed. This is a completely side tangent story, but I'm not the top seed. So like, I guess I can't expect it. But if I get the 3rd seed and get first rounded, I'm not going to be happy. So Derrick Henry, you've been playing well. Keep playing well. That's why I picked the Titans. Will Levis too. He's getting something going. Next, we have the 49ers versus the Cardinals, and we are all in on the 49ers. Hindsight, this is still a W for us. I'm calling it now. Like, we all just got a point with this one. Next, the Rams taking on Washington. We all went with the Rams, man. I wanted to say all in again. I think the Rams, I have Puka in that same league as well. I need him to go off. But yeah, they could have some success in this game. Definitely a pretty good season for the Rams given the preseason context. And then Washington. If there's any of those people from the Washington prediction video here now, what happened, man? This is turning out exactly like I said it was gonna, like we all said it was gonna, but we got flamed in the comments. Unbelievable, man. Are you guys gonna watch your team lose again? Let me know. Next, we have the Bills taking on the Cowboys. And wow, we actually have a pretty nice split here. We got me and Jimmy going with the Cowboys, and then Brendan and Steven going with the Bills. The Bills have been rolling. The Bull going with the Bills. Madden's going with the Cowboys. Apologies if I haven't been naming the objects, but you guys can see where they're going. But the Bills have been kind of rolling. The Cowboys have been super rolling all year. The Bills, of course, started slow. Maybe the Bills get it done, man. Maybe Josh Allen is him. We will see. Next, I believe this is Sunday Night Football. If not, this was Sunday Night Football, and there's 2 Monday games. But maybe this is Sunday Night Football. We got the Ravens taking on the Jaguars. I keep flipping these teams, but the Jaguars are home taking on the Ravens. I'm sorry. And I took the Ravens. Jimmy took the Ravens. Brendan took the Ravens. But Steven going with the Jaguars, and the Bull is going with the Jaguars. This is another one that I think could go flippity-floppity anyway. Trevor Lawrence was hurt, but now he's not hurt. So, I mean, there's that. Lamar playing pretty good. Definitely, I think, has gone down since, the beginning of the season. But still playing well. He's finding Zay Flowers and like that. It's good to see that they have like a wide receiver quarterback connection, given, the Ravens have been in on every wide receiver that's ever been, available, and then ending up with Odell Beckham Jr. at 50 years old. No offense to Odell. Joey Porter Jr. locked you up though, and I don't even have the webcam on. It's just the audio. Joey Porter Jr. locked you up, Odell, and you're a Ravens wide receiver 1. So it's good they're getting Zay Flowers involved with all that to say. And I'm picking the Ravens too. And everybody, Brendan and Jimmy are as well in Madden. Steven, though, is going with the Jags. And then lastly, we have Monday Night Football. We have the Seahawks taking on the Eagles. We are all in on the Eagles outside of the Bowl, which is a W for me because the Bowl and me are kind of close in the predictions. I think the Eagles got this, really. I don't even think that I guess there's a chance because it's the NFL, but I mean this should be a point for us. This definitely should be a point for all of the people who took the Eagles. And really, taking it back to the Thursday game since it's already happened, I'm feeling good. Me and Steven, we're on in the Bowl and Madden. We could have a perfect week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, this is definitely different than how we normally do it. If you guys have seen the other weeks, my bad. I tweaked. But we're here now. I got it up, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, I think I was going to end it for this video. If you enjoyed and you want to see more, you want to see how we end up doing this week, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Once again, in the description or comments, I'm going to have the overall standings, but Brendan and Jimmy are tied for the top leaders right now. Like it is a dead set race right now, and I'm not too far behind, right behind them. So, things are definitely heating up. You definitely want to check out the channel, stick around, see how we do. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for me from Zaya at Ascent Sports. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.